Assalamualaikum to my lecturer Dr. Dahlia. I hope you are always in good condition. Okay, we are from group 19 and we are going to present the findings on our study, which is Technology Help Reduce Business Costs. Before that, here I introduce to you my group member, Dali Lidiana binti Muhammad Zamani, Nur Hafizah binti Khairuddin, Nurul Izzati binti Baharuddin, Nur Haziah Afika binti Hazizi, and me myself, Nur Fakihah binti Muhammad Rafi. In today's world era, businesses have expanded tremendously. Both costing and cost accounting have become an essential business practice. Cost accounting is a process of recording, analyzing, and reporting all of a company's costs related to the productions of a product. This is so that a company's management can make a better financial decision, improve efficiency, and budget accurately. The objective of cost accounting is to improve the business net profit margin. Meanwhile, the technique and process of ascertaining cost is known as costing. Costing is essentially the process of ascertaining prices and cost of a product. It is a system of determining internal financial functioning. Different industries adopt different methods of ascertaining cost of their product depending on the nature of production and type of output. The difference between costing and cost accounting is that costing is the process of recognizing the cost of a product or service, whereas cost accounting is a mechanism of analyzing expenditure of a business. There are four basic types of costs: direct costs, indirect costs, fixed costs, and variable costs. Okay, so for the first one is direct costs. These are costs that can be directly traced to a unit of output. It can be clearly identified how much of these costs are consumed by the business in manufacturing a unit of output. For example, direct material, direct labor, and commissions. The second one is indirect costs. This cannot be directly traced to the product. Instead, these costs are allocated based on some level of activity. For example, overhead costs are considered indirect costs. So the third one is fixed costs. Fixed costs are expenses that remain the same regardless of productions of output. Whether a firm makes sale or not, it must pay its fixed costs because these costs are independent of output. For example, salary, rent, and insurance. Okay. The last one is variable costs. Unlike fixed costs, variable costs change with the level of production. For example, material used in productions is a variable cost.
In this part, I am going to explain more details on what technology can reduce costs in the organization. One of the technology is cloud computing. Cloud computing is the demand delivery of IT resources via the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing instead of buying. Owning and maintaining physical data centers and servers where you can access technology services such as computing power, storage, database as much as needed basic from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. There are several factors of cloud computing that can save organization costs. First factor is you don't need to make a large upfront invest in hardware, where this technology can reduce the amount of hardware. You don't need to pay for capacity that you don't use. Instead of, you can just trade the capital expenses for variable expenses. Second factor is most cloud services are provide self-service and on-demand. So even a vast amount of computing resources can provision it in a minute. With this cloud, this technology can less demanding of labor and maintenance. With just a few of clicks, it will give the business a lot of flexibility and taking the pressure off the capacity planning. And the last factor is with cloud technology, it will make the organization become more productive. Before this, the workers are required to rack and stack the hardware. So with this technology, it can remove the need for many of tasks. Therefore, the IT teams will spend more time on achieving the business goals. Next technology that can reduce costs in the organization is cybersecurity technology. As we all know, cyber attacks have been increased frequently and for the past few years. We can see with data security it more dangerous now than ever. It is no surprise that more and more companies are turning to artificial intelligence for their digital protections. AI, are also known as artificial intelligence, is a model that displayed by machine rather than living creative. Machine AI can determine typical user behavior when something out of ordinary happens. It flags as a potential threat. So when the company in the midst of cyber attack, they need to pay all the expenses to cover all the resources of organizations that were affected. So AI machine is becoming an integral part of cybersecurity industry. As we all know, Starbucks, the New York Stock Exchange parent company, Microsoft, and Boston Consulting Group are teamed up to launch a security like blockchain. So how blockchain technology can help the organization to reduce the cost? It is proof that blockchain exactly have the information that exists at which point in time. This has been useful to any organization applications and places where there is a lot of data involved. You just need to make sure to avoid to interact with physical world. You should also educate yourself first so that when you are in a solving problem, you know when to use a blockchain technology and when not to get carried away by the hype.
The next technology that was proven to cut the total logistic cost is the time tracking system. The time tracking system has adapted in many companies to file work hour for organization activities such as operation, payroll, and billing. This technology is the most straightforward method of measuring work and calculating compensation. The manager can check their employee work progress and assist the whole team by maximize their work capacity. Time tracking system provide the deadline features to make sure every employee alert and accountable with their work progress. Other than that, time tracking system also provide the GPS tracker that being used for the fleet management. So, the company can trace the inventory to ensure they reach at the right destination in the right time. This system support the organization through overhead cost reduction, time saving, increased productivity, and produce a profit skyrocket. Next, automation technology also cut down the product cost. Automation is known as the information system that can minimize the demand for the human labor in the production process and the service delivery process. In this Industrial 4.0 era, automation helped manufacturing sector to achieve a high quality of work performance. Automation technology such as robotic, cloud computing, MRP, and computer-aided design, CAD, of course require a high investment and modal. However, this trade-off in human automation interaction will be worth it because it gives benefit for a long-term operation for manufacturers. By eliminating the human force, the company could cut the labor cost and operating costs. Robot replacement could also save the production time. Automation system combined with new engineering methodology like lean manufacturing, Kanban, and JIT concept really help the company to reach their target, which are reduction of production time, reduction of cost, and also enhance the quality improvement that can meet the customer satisfaction.
So, I will continue with the discussion part. For this part, I will highlight and explain about the benefits of technology to Amazons in terms of cost reduction. The first one is warehouse operation. Amazon's warehouse incurred the same element of costs like others, which are handling, storage, operation management, and general administration. For Amazon, the biggest component is their thousands of laborers used to pick, carry, and store all the goods inside the warehouse. Hence, the CEO, Jeff Bezos, decided to implement automation in their warehouse by purchasing Kiva system back in 2012. The robotic system implemented in Amazon warehouse have been proven to cut the electrical consumption because each robot requires only 5 minutes to be charged. Other than that, Amazon also have cut the cost of training employees by using this robotic system. In Christmas 2013, Amazon has challenged with failure to deliver all the goods in time because their prime mover cannot cater the unexpected increase in demand of customers. As a result, It is reported that Amazon net income has dropped tremendously to 241 million in 2014. Hence, they decided to take a step into autonomous delivery by introducing Amazon Scout in 2019. Even though this device is still new, it is proven that it could contribute to substantial reduction of shipping costs towards this giant commerce. This is because last mile delivery is a labor demanding and costly task. Thus, automating this work could lessen the labor requirement besides reducing the delivery time. Amazon Go is a physical store established on 2016 and opened to public starting January 2018. This store uses a combination of technology which are computer vision, deep learning algorithm, and sensor fusion and turn it into just walk out technology. With this technology, customers just need to check in the premise by scanning the key, which is Amazon Go app at the entrance. Upon entering, they could begin browsing the store and grab for anything they want. All the products grabbed will be added in customers' virtual shopping cart and removed when they put back the product. Then, the bills and list of goods purchased will appear on customers' Amazon Go account as soon as they leave the premise. This technology not only eases customers' shopping process but also gives many benefits towards Amazon. The first one is Amazon could reduce the cost of employment because they do not need any cashier at this Amazon Go store. Other than that, Amazon could avoid from any theft happening as each item grabbed will be recognized and charged to the customer.
So I will continue with the conclusion of this research, which technology has resulted in a number of development in the world of business. It is something that we cannot overestimate because it will help the company to boost their productivity, speed up data sharing and storage, and also will minimize human error through automation. Next, this research also summarized that every company should ensuring their business expenses in line and reduce costs whenever possible in order to sustain their business in the marketplace. By using these techniques, a company not only improve their business performance but also will help the business grow as much as possible. Besides, this strategy also is a long-term process, so in order to keep the effectiveness of a company, they must constantly analyze every aspect of the business that will give benefits to them in terms of labor, materials, machinery, procedure, management, products, and many more. In other words, these cost reduction plans must come from research-based improvement in manufacturing method of the company. This is because they are the one who know the overall process, so they must determine the ideal methods for every area while ensuring the lowest possible cost for it.